Hello. Geared mode. Highly derivative. You say, Sean, where can I get a shirt like this? Well, you can't. I don't have a merch store. But I have like a Facebook and all this shit, and you can grab in a picture that you want to and print out your own shirt at your own cost. And I won't get any cut of the money. I don't care. Your support's enough. I don't give a shit. Why do I gotta make money off of you wanting to support Geared Man? Any of my pictures, any of my fucking shit, whatever. And you can get them done whatever color you want. This one was like $26 in this color. And then I haven't got any more yet. Maybe this month I'll get another one. I want to get a new sock hat. Because, I've got some around here, but I can't find my favorite blue one. I'm going to stick with this one, and my orange one, and my brown one. But the brown one's kind of like, Anyways, this is about the big free drum player that's soon to release. It's available for any company. Not NON-inMusic affiliated or BFD 3.5 affiliated. You can have this program for free. Audio Assault, IK Multimedia. Think about it, IK Multimedia. Moto drums combined with the ability to load any sound packs and just run as a regular, like, you want to work like a superior drummer type thing? Well, this will allow you to do superior drummer type things. You can change the GUI however you want to, I don't care, but it's gotta be where the original packs that are available for BFD2 are free. I mean, there's no like, they're accessible from your player. So that way it would be best to have just this player as the base system. So everybody just gets this and then to go online and get your GUI. And that GUI can log into your servers and then authorize your shit. That'd be the best way. 8DO, anybody who's using the Contact player, and then you gotta get like the full license of the Contact. No, you don't anymore. You can just convert it over to the BFD format, and they can play. So anything that was BFD, Platinum samples, all the packs from Platinum samples, usable in this. All the packs from Simone Cohen over at Chocolate Audio, usable in this. I'm talking to him to try and see about getting where, since it can do all those weird samples and stuff, and he's already got a GUI for for Contact. Re-GUI this up. Release his stuff through this. It'll be a free player. That way you don't have to invest any money to get any of his. If he wants to sell any of his instruments, the GUI will just replace this. When you load BFD2, and then maybe it'll become, instead of big free drums, it'll become big free studio. You know what I mean? If it's big free studio, that way you can have like your drums loaded, you can have synths loaded, you can have multiple instances of this. This ran on Windows XP. No. Not for resale. Let's see. This one ran on, Windows XP, Service Pack 2. Vista, OS X or higher. 1 gig of RAM, and that'd probably be DDR2 or 3. We're at DDR5 now. 60 gigs of hard drive space. Because it comes with 55 gigs of samples, which there's a way to compress those if you want to get them smaller. And I've got some ways to get even smaller than that. Pentium 4 or higher for Windows. And for Mac OS X, the G5 or Intel Max. Tell me that if you didn't get it to where it could handle more RAM, this would not just crush through all the systems. You could have multiple instances of this running. And it's just a Contact player, basically. You know what I mean? It's just the player. And so therefore all of E sounds, all of Platinum samples. See, I didn't get these from you in music. So you don't get to lock me out or change my fucking passcodes. There's nothing between you and me in these discs that makes my fucking passcode no longer work. Since you wanted to fuck me, I'll show you what it's like to get fucked. And this is what it's like. You've announced that you no longer use BFD2 and that you abandoned it. Well, you didn't give me that. FXpansion did. And I can't sell it because it's not for resale, so I have to give it away. This is going bad, just like all these packs for platinum samples. Chocolate Audio. Let's dive into some Chocolate Audio, will you? Because you didn't lock me out of there, because I bought those from Chocolate Audio, and I bought this from FXpansion. So, I mean, I was not for resale, I was giving it to them. So when I went to FXpansion, I logged in. So I have a working serial, and I don't mind if people hack my copy. They'll give them, but no one's selling it. No one's doing anything with it, so therefore it's worthless. So I don't mind if you hack it and get your... I always just ask if you don't hack. Like if you need a new passcode to get BFD, big free drum player working, don't get those. Don't attack platinum samples. Don't attack Chocolate Audio. Don't, you know, yeah. I want to give away the 55 gigs of sounds. All the, it came with it with 55 gigs. So why can I not give those away too? It's basically known as BFD, London sessions. Some say it's their best ones. It's got a John Bonham kit. Oh, it's got a bunch of shit. I can't actually get to it all right now because they've locked me out. They changed all my passcodes. I had all the expansion packs. There's like 65 expansion packs for this. And then that's not including any drum drops, 8DO, anybody that's using the contact player. If you have a few, like, you know, like a 7, some people have like a 7 sample, 7 velocity. They just have like 125. You can go down to like 64. It still sounds very realistic. You can get, at that low speed, you can get, it'd be perfect for like drumming online and whatever. Because one, if everybody had this, just dial a preset and the process is on your side as you send just the MIDI. If you have a kit like this, how fast would it go through? On the speed now, MIDI, through this, through the, it's just the information of what you hit and where. You send everybody your key map for your personal kit. They save it as Sean's kit. Load it up and there's all my shit. And then I send you the preset. Okay, for this song I'm going to use more of a jazzy kit. You have to dial it in. I've already dialed in a jazzy kind of room sound. And again, let's go ahead and take a look at what the brilliance of the big free drum player is. So, yeah, there it is. But yeah, one of the packs that I'm not locked out of is this really, really lush ass. Well, first off, they can lock me out of, you can test the sounds right here. What's going on? It's not logging in for some reason. Oh, it's hanging out. There we go. See, this is a free one they also got. It's a Yamaha Maple Unknown, what date? 24 by 14. This one's got a hard beater. Let's go ahead and check out like the Mapex. This is more of a metal kit. It's got a decent sound, but they come off kind of quiet. Now that I know how to mix and master better, I might like them better, but drum drops I never really did like theirs. Mapex Saturn Maple Unknown date 22 by 14. So it has both the let's kick 1 and 2, so that gets like left and right. Or maybe there's 2 versions. I don't like that one as much as I like this one. That's just kind of the sound I'm looking for. Let's check out why this is so dope. Okay, so now let's just go through some of this. Like this is the Ludwig from the contemporary vintage. That's got the felt. It's got plastic. Dampened kick felt. Dampened kick plastic. Ludwig hole in the back head. Here it opens up, plastic. Open, just open back. And then damp, open with the plastic. See, it shapes the sound. Now this one's also from the same pack. You know, I'm going to pick this one on purpose, watch. All that extra ring, I'm going to tweak this. I'm going to make it sound a lot better if I can. For my taste of what I think would sound good. Let's go ahead and load a groove. Well, I'll go ahead and load a kit piece right here, snare. And this is a Copeland, Stuart Copeland. I'm going to pick that just because I've got some ideas of what I want to do to it. Now this time, I'm going to pick the high. That one, mid. And then the low tom, should only be one there. Okay. Perfect, I got that ringy. The hi-hat. U-fip, I like the U-fips. And then the ride. Let's do a rivet, 22, that one's got the little crash there, Turkish ride, now U-fip crash, 16, and for another crash right there, dark crash with a stick. Now these are all recorded in the same room, so it gives it that homogeneous sound, right? But the cool thing is, like right here, fairly dry. Now, bring in some overheads. Okay. It's like you actually have the thing in studio, you see? Bring the ambience. Okay, we haven't had an EQ or anything like that on there, so let's go ahead and find a groove. Let's take a blues. Do it to set it for loop. I haven't used this in a while. It's been using aren't you looping? Okay, let's get this song. Yeah, you should be able to take that and drag it there, but I guess I haven't opened it all the way. So go ahead and check the grooves then. Grooves page, here we go. Okay. work great if we can just get to play. Okay, cool. It's got all the kicks and stuff right there, so let's play it all. Of course you want to loop. I don't want you to loop. You want to loop, oh yeah. So I guess what I'm going to do is drag you up to here. And set the loop to there. But why are you doing that? Let's see. It's been a while since I've used this thing. Hang on. Okay. Why don't we just keep playing? Let's go ahead and copy select grooves, cut selected. So if you wanted to copy that and then change it up a bit, you can do that. You can export just the MIDI, export just the audio. You can export just the kick, you know what I mean, individual. But what I'm trying to do right now is let's see if I can find a song. Okay, now let's load palette. Maybe that'll help me out there. There we go. Let's go back to blues. There we go. There we go. What's that now? Oh, let's try and get this sound a little bit better. So what are these then? Okay, on now. Let's add in an aux. So I don't mind going from the very ground up. That's just me. We need one for snare. We need another one for toms. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this ambient and one more for ambience, you know. I gotta check my CPU. Okay, right now, CPU for BFD is 1 1 point, maybe like 10%. Total memory. It's like a gig. Maybe 1.5. Oh shit, BT3 is still open. Okay, let's see about now. Nope. 730 megs, 8.9 CPU. Noise. 9.6 CPU. That's insane. And that's 733 megs. OBS is using 13 CPU and 4 gigs of RAM. Insane, right? Alright, so just little differences is funny to me. Okay. And there's image. Sorry about this whole delay here, but just showing you that it's not that hard to get it all set up if you really kind of want to get your own sculpture on sound. Now what we need to do is send that out to the kick. That way we can solo this. See? Now. See what everything's doing. Okay, so since it's got a bit of a ring to it, I don't want it ringing that much. Let's see if we can do something about that. That's it, it's about 100. Listen. Now let's clean that back this way. Compressor in there. Threshold. Auto release. Everything below 47. Oh, that's right, I forgot to dial in the other one too. This sounds pretty good together. I'm trying to up a little bit more so I can hear my headphones. Got pretty good sound, I think. Now let's go to the kick. It's even got bleed through. Isn't that crazy? You can adjust how much. If you want it to be sloppy, if you want it to be tightened. I don't like how I won't tune that down, but I always like my snares tuned down a little from what they have. And you can do that right here. There's a trim. As everybody's saying, I'm going to turn that off for a second. The great thing is you can see, you can send this out to master, which would be stereo 1, 2. This is stereo 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 8 stereo outs. So if you wanted to have your stereo stuff going out, just that, like your mono, your kick, if you wanted to have each one of your kicks going out, mono, like if you wanted to sculpt each piece of these, like they're 4, you can send one to mono 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then your stereo on 5 and 6, top and bottom. Your toms can be on stereo. Your hi-hat can be on mono set, and then the ride can be on, you know what I mean? You can set that up exactly how you'd want it and sculpt it with the effects inside of your DAW. You're not stuck with just this at all. So you can, or the built-in effects. You can route it out very easily. I would be happy to show that in more detail. I've been singing the praises of BFD2 since they made me a BFD resale. And that was FX Expansion. That was 15 years ago, I believe, if not more. So there's nothing they can do. They can take me to court, and that's fine. They'll at least have to give me back my goddamn packs. Other than that, I'm a cheap gear guy, and I'd like to get everybody a free fucking player that can play all your fucking packs way back in the day from the, because they won't let you have them unless you use B-52, and I don't think that's fair since I still have B-52 and I have programs that use B-52, songs that use B-52, and they have I don't really want to change. I don't want to have to upgrade it and unload and then learn a new key map. All the stuff is saved in my shit. 20 years of music. And 15 of those has been with BFD. And of that, only the last little bit has been with B-53, and that was still an expansion when it went B-53. Then it went rolling, then it went in shitty music, and now it sucks dick. Now there's a new version, and maybe that works, but you don't get to just take this from me. As you can see, it still works. So I want it back, and I want my packs back working with this. They're all licensed under which one? You guys changed my licenses. Give me a dual license under mine, I go away. I'll say no, never mind. BFD2 is whatever. Maybe. You guys put me through 4 years of shit. So no, never mind. There's nothing you can do. You have nothing to intimidate me with, so I'm going forward with this. You'd have to take me to fucking court. So go ahead, let's do this. Let's go to fucking court and see what happens there, because like I said, you'll at least have to give me back my shit. I didn't start this, but I sure as fuck will end it. Anyways, the pack that I have here is really good. Is this? I think this might be. Yeah, it's either that's roach or that's. I have some roaches around here. Where did they go? That are bombed with some infusions. Sorry, man, I'm getting stoned as shit here. I'm enjoying it. Why? Because I like getting fucked up. And that's who I am, and that's what I like to do. And I'm not. You know what's really fucking crazy though? Is they'll give me Lexapro and shit, right? Because I have zero serotonin. Now, before they went through this, I've been suicidal since I was 18. Okay? Boom, blah, blah. Sorry for the trigger. I didn't warn you about my fucking shit. So yeah. And then honestly, when I found in 2010 or 11, I got so much life back from just taking tramadol. And it wasn't high doses at first, I probably went a year before it got onto the harder, oxymorphone and stuff like that. But I always kept the tramadol in there because I needed that serotonin boost. So, yeah, in the midst of doing oxymorphone, Percocet, and all this other shit, I still was doing tramadol. And then once I quit cold turkey, the Percocet and the OxyContin. Oxymorphone, changed doctors, had to get re-prescribed. And they wanted me to get reauthorized, and so I had to fail out on OxyContin first. And since it was 30 milligram was the max they'd do at that time until whatever, he wrote me enough immediate release to match my oxymorphone. He's a really cool guy, and it sucks that because a lot of the people are just getting out of the opiate business. Just leaving, just abandoning their patients. They know what they did, but now it's getting too dangerous. A lot of the fucking customers they know are addicts. They know they're addicts. They know it. They've been knowing it. They come in fucked up. They come in, junkie-eyed like me, just fucking whatever. Knowing that it's an opiate. It's what people fucking, it's an opiate. And they're prescribing it. And then the thing is, it works, and what I would do is not go well by federal regulation. I would find out what the blood content, if the person seems to be kind of tolerant, maybe they need to step up to something higher. Like me, I'm just very tolerant. Now, when it came to tramadol, they could have easily done a serotonin count. The reason why they wouldn't go any higher than the 8 a day is not because they couldn't cover it, not because of whatever. But at 400 milligrams a day, I think, is where they are 500s, and they started noticing people having serotonin shock. too much serotonin in their body plus the serotonin they have. And they also noticed at like 2,000. So I'm guessing when you first start, someone was doing 400, the daily amount, in one dose. Because the first, you try 2, it's a weak opiate, it wasn't doing it. They do 4, next thing you know, they're feeling great because the serotonin boost and the opiate boost. And they've got too much serotonin in their system. And they end up having problems. Fast heart rate, irregular heart rate, things like that. I slowly graduated to where I was easily doing my 8 a day plus extras. We won't get into that because I'm not encouraging it, whatever. It's just for matters of fact. I don't care. More than I should have at one time, and it wasn't until like after about a year or 2 of doing that I was just like, oh shit, even at 400, at 500 is where they had a problem, and then at like 2,000. So I'm guessing people that like they got used to it, even when they got used to it, they went up to 2,000, and even then people that were used to it were having problems. And we won't talk about that, but I was like, a couple of years at this level, I should be having problems, and I wasn't having any problems at all. Aside from the fact of running out, not because they wouldn't cover. You know how many fucking Percocet they covered me for? 16 a day. 1 every fucking 4 hours. If I could have done that like with OxyContin, that was fine. Because that was in the background running as an ER. So every 4 years it was like this boop and then back down, boop and back down. But at just 4, that's not enough for me. So I would have had to gone up to like 2, and then I had to go up to 3 because I'm already on OxyContin 30. But look how fast it escalates to actually treat me. I'd have to be on OxyContin 30 running in the background all the time just to have 10 work on me a bit with all the other shit. So why can't I go up to fucking like 4 a day? Well, that's the max you can take. And I'm like, I can understand at that point in time you're talking about blood toxicity. But if you're just talking about like serotonin shit, keep an eye on my serotonin levels. When I came in as depressed as I was, maybe check those out then. Maybe your serotonin's off. Serotonin regulates your sleep and your mood. So if you're in a bad mood, you can't really sleep. If you are not sleeping, you're going to be in a bad mood. Then you just get depressed and sad and shit. Next thing you know, whether you're with someone for a long fucking time and you break up, and then I'm actually like when you're talking about someone that you love, and they love you too. Broken heart syndrome is an actual real thing. Because you just wake up and there's just no serotonin. There's no reason to keep doing this. And that's what regulates your sleeping. And so when you go into a sleep, rather than wake up, you just don't. That's how people that are otherwise perfectly healthy just die. Like how? A spouse, they call it a couple that, has been together like, 30, 40 years. And then one of them goes. The other one goes within a little bit of time after. I think the only reason Jimmy Carter stuck around to vote against Donald Trump, and it's like, fuck this about, I don't care what happens as far as long as I stayed long enough to say no. Kind of like John McCain. He risked his, now that's a fucking hero, dude. Now, Trump would never do that. Like, Trump just had a surgery, and they're like, if you'll have some irregular fucking bowel movements. No, not immediately, but like if you go and fly this flight afterwards, that's some irregular bowel movements. It'd be kind of hard to mask it from the people around you. As long as you don't have any press around, you'll never know. He wouldn't do it, I bet. He'd probably stay in the fucking hospital and just rest. John McCain did, like, if you fly, that could rupture your shit in your brain, and there's a good chance you'll die. And he's like, dude, I was in Hanoi Hilton. Fuck this fucking bone spur bitch. Walked in, they're all like smug as shit until they saw him walk in. They're probably like, there's no way he's gonna risk his life to what? And he walked in and said, fuck you. I think that's one of their first fucking government shutdowns that they had. Voted on by John motherfucking McCain, Republican, saying, fuck you, you fucking dirty bitch. People like it, he likes his war heroes to not be captured. I like my war heroes to at least fucking try and not say bones first. I mean, war heroes. My peace leader people. I like them too. And understand that sometimes the only way to get peace is to destroy the actual systems in play. We're starting to drift here, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Let's go ahead and get back to mixing in something friendly. Alright, so... nothing to see here. Nothing's wrong. I'm not, pretty pissed about the whole... No, I'm not. America being a fucking Trump and Antichrist, I'm not pissed. The important thing is I'm not mad. love the simplicity of the ambient section here, because it's just usually like 3, maybe 4 mics. I love it. It's just so simple, as opposed like there's just so many on B-53. And while that's cool and all, I really, at the way I started mixing like this, I really don't want to deal with all of that, because that's not how they used to do it at all. Like in the 90s, it was like overhead room, ambient, and maybe that mono that they have in there. But I was talking to Simone, because I got used to how they do it here. Okay? And so how they do it here is, well, in B-53, is that they, B-52 and 3, is they often record, the packs record the actual cymbals. So I was using Imperial drums, their cymbal palette for this one pack I wanted to do. And it would come through the overheads, but it wouldn't come through the directs. And so I wrote Simone, because I actually know him. And I was like, hey man, why aren't the cymbals working? He's like, they are. You gotta turn up the overheads. At that point in time, I was running everything completely different. I was using, I know what it's fucking doing. So on this page right here, I was using these to control. Let me put this down a little bit smaller, so it all fits in there. Make it all fit. There we go. All right. So that was a little bit uneven, but that's okay. No, it's not. So there, that's better. All right. Now, I'm just putting in the background. So what I would do is, like on this one, depending on how, I mean, because everything was just, you can see everything was just feeding full blast. Wait, where's that? Right there. You have your overhead send, your room send, and ambient send. And so those are just all full blast. And so all I would do is just, I didn't know what I was doing, so I would just adjust this right here. Well, no, just leave that full on the way it's going, and then adjust your overheads. Because I needed a good sounding. I was doing none of this stuff. And Simone, I won't say that he shit on me, but I asked him for his honest opinions about this one track that I did using, I believe it might have even been this kit. And I mean, I played everything. I played all the parts. I did everything. I thought I mixed it pretty well. And I just wanted to know what he thought about it, and like the song in general. And the only feedback I got was, you didn't do anything to the drums. And that kind of stung a little bit, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, no. I mean, I loaded the kit, and it's like how you recorded it. I wanted more of a raw kind of feel to it, like just how you record them. That's often how I would do it, because like I said, they sound great. So as long as it sounded good, I didn't really worry about picking the exact right snare for the song, the right open back, the open front, you know what I mean? Because a lot of them don't come like that. Simone's come very articulated, so you can do like all that shit. You can decide from this kit, these 2 kits, open back, hole in the back, I mean, all kinds of shit. And then adjust how much the microphones, like I've been doing. I know I talk a lot, but I mean, right now we're going on 49 minutes. So that's the whole reason I do these, is because I like to just talk, like get in depth about stuff. And the nooks and crannies, like even like how the grooves work, how I mean, all the when I go to put this onto, if I want to drag this onto a note, once I would let go, it would ask me, actually, okay, let me cancel that. If I put onto one of these, it would ask me, let's see, it's called this, it shows you all the articulations. So you can choose it. When I drag over to the note that goes on, do you want the hit, the alternate hit, the side stick, the drag, the rim shot, the flam? You know what I mean? What are we triggering here? Now all these are loaded. So, but in order to trigger all those pieces, because the maximum you can have on like a snare is about 2 zones, maybe with a 3rd zone on the outside for this one, with the one piece, but it's still triggering another note. We just got to change our mentality just a little bit. It's not the note. Therefore, A1, we'd be starting at C0, let's say. I would move up to C1 just to be safe, because sometimes keyboards don't go that far, maybe in C2. But kick, snare, I would go tom 1, tom 2, tom 3. Then have open hi-hat and then closed hi-hat. On the flats, sharps, and on the kick, maybe like the secondary kick, whatever. There's usually another articulation for the secondary kick. for the kick. There's the hit, there's like an alternative hit. This is still going. Let's go ahead and stop that real quick. So again, instead of doing it that way, splitting up into different triggers, all the triggers would be triggering from C. You know that one note right there? Let's take the snare because it's got multiple things. It's got several articulations. All of those are tied to D. You know, if C is the kick, then D would be the snare, right? So you don't have to go all in the other keys. You just have to adjust the modulation wheel. The different samples are triggered by articulations, and therefore these triggers are now triggering a box that is telling the brain, which is what it's doing, which A modulation to go grab. And if you do it right, they're in increments of like, because you have 127, you could have, if you block that into even tens, that's 12, 13 different articulations per pad you could have. 13 articulations per pad. So therefore on the snare you can have a center, a outer, and then an edge. You know what I mean? A center, an outer, and then a middle for hitting and all those things. And you can even come back and do the when you're doing your drags. If that one's a continuous control type thing, as long as there's a sensitivity to it, it'll go shh, and then you can have the other one, you know, like how you would. You know what I mean? It'll drag as long as your stick is making contact with the head, and it feels pressure on there. Be a drumstick, and be whatever. If you want to do hot rods, it just switches over to hot rods. You can do that, all that shit right there on the fly. That'd be really cool. But I digress. As far as the different zones on the edge, you could have 4 zones on the edge. For a cross stick, you have the cross stick there, so you could just either hit it, or you could actually lay it across and cross stick. On the rim shot, where you'd actually hit the rim shot. If you're gonna go and click that, you know, in the upper left corner where you probably would hit that, because you already have the bottom left and the upper right. And then you still got the bottom right to choose something else, like, you know, if you wanted to hit like just the shell. That way you don't hit the side of it, you just hit the top right there. You could set anything else there, even like a click, whatever. You wouldn't need that many pads for toms, but you could still, on the Pro model, the center, the edge, and the middle for the different zones of the actual striking surface, and then 4 on the outside if you want. But I mean, I'd like to do like hits on the on the rims, which they have that sampled already, and I like to do a rim shot, which is like this kind of a bongo if you hit it right. It's not just like when you hit the tom and then you hit like the rim. There's the tom and you catch a little rim with it. I want that in there about where you'd hit when you are playing, right? So maybe like 3 zones. Now you're looking at different styles and different models and stuff like that, right? Because if you have the really true Pro model, you can have a shell that has 13 different fucking sensitivities, so that you can hit like all the shit. But you'd have to probably buy one of the more expensive packs. Like these packs are probably going like 30, 40 bucks a kit. If they were smart, they have like the platinum samples. There's in Jim Scott's Rock Drums, there's volume 1 and 2. There are 8 kits. Break it up into 8 kits that are $20 each. Maybe even $30 each. Yeah, $30 each. That's not a bad price on them. And if you ran a sale, they could go down to like 20, right? It's very, very reasonable. But you may only want the Chad Smith and the Steve Ferroni. You may not want the punk rock kit. You may not want the other. So therefore, you're willing to pay $60. You can have even like make your own bundles within different company. I mean, within your company. Like if you wanted the you know what I mean, you can get like 3 kits. depending on what they are. You know what I mean? There's like, you can have some certain ones that like the most popular ones can be like your 5 stars. Then the ones that are a little less popular, you know, your 4 stars. And keep on going down so you know the lowest you have are like 3 stars. What? Yeah, the lowest you have is 3 stars. And they sound fucking great. But that might be like that punk rock kit that's just kind of mismatched pieces, you know? So there's like a bunch of mid-grade. There's some actually, the punk rock kit is free when you buy the Jim Scott, like you buy, and you authorize it. So fucking give it away. To show that you guys can record, but it's still one of the lower levels. Or if nothing else, give like a stripped down version that doesn't have as many velocities. How about that? That'd probably be easy as shit to go through and pick out like, you know, at least half the velocities and then give away some free sample kits. And sure, you can make them, but in that way, the professional like me, I would want the full studio. So even if you recorded just like, oh no, I just for live, I just have the fucking free kits. Oh, that's cool. You got that's definitely a way to do it. But once you get into my studio, did you record the actual MIDI? No. Okay, I mean, if you did, then sweet. We'll play it back instead of having all this whatever. We'll have all 127 velocities. Or if my idea would be to do get a professional drummer and find out several. Get like Matt Cameron, Dave Abraziz, fucking Steve Ferrone, anybody that can, you know, is still alive and playing, and try and get an average of what a professional can do. Can they actually get 127 different velocities they can recognize? If they can, cool. But if they can get about like 40 to 60, what are you doing? So, as far as round robins, don't even waste your time. Just do if, you know, velocity 127 comes in twice in a row, either drop down 2 cent or up 2 cent. You know what I mean? So it's changing. It doesn't sound. If it keeps on staying at 127, it sounds like it's going up and down in pitch. It's picking the 127. If it's back to back, I pick 127, then one fucking, you know, 120 fucking 4, then 123. Normally, you know, for like a round robin type style. This would just pitch it up and down. It's at 127, you can pitch it up a little bit from the head deformation of you banging on it. Or pitch it down from you not, you're still hitting as hard as you can, but it doesn't, you know what I mean, you might be hitting it a different way that doesn't deform all the way, it kind of, there's a difference in sound. It's not the exact same thing over and over. It can even vary. Pick any number besides 127 to give it just a slight pitch shift. At least two away. A noticeable pitch shift, but not a ton. But it's noticeable. It's like toot, 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 you know what I mean? Come on, man, save some fucking recording space and processing. It's an automated thing with the pitch. Once you start automating the pitch like that, you can also adjust from the bottom with a optical sensor how far the head is being pushed down on the Pro model, because it would have an extra sensor to detect that. And so therefore when you put your stick in the center and start pushing down, it can tell by the reflector on the inside how far you push that down and how far to, and so therefore all the shit you do on a regular drum, emulatable on an E-drum. All the rim sides, all the edges, all the hitting the saw, you know, the whatever, all that shit. Then on top of that, redesign it a little bit. There's no reason to go full on metal and wood. This is a new era, man. Let's start making some recycled plastic fucking shells in various depths and sizes. The smallest size to have would be like the DM10, which is about, you know, whatever. And you can probably can't skin those, but they come in black, which is always a cool color. It just goes with everything. It's just a cool color. And then you can adjust the heads. I have all black heads, and so it just looks like a big old black plastic kit. Love it. Love it. It looks fucking great. You can put on dot heads if you will. You could put on, you know, there's the hydraulics. It really wouldn't matter because it's not adjusting the sound now at all. If you tear that head in mid whatever, you're still hitting that fucking, as long as you're hitting the head, you're still hitting the trigger. So therefore, your head didn't tear to the people outside. I mean, it's just a better way to go. You know what I mean? Imagine halfway through the thing, your kick drum kind of goes out, but you switch over to your left foot instead, you know, through the song. And then you tell the singer to vamp for a little bit while you get your another pedal out. As opposed to it breaks and you're just kind of stuck and fucked. If done right, they can even be done in such a way to mimic the sound of wood, if the different densities of woods. And so therefore, if you had a 180 pivot point that could just flip, you could put a real head on the back side, and then our head on the front side was just going to have its own proprietary technology. But then if you want to use roll and all that, that works also. This would work fine, but they'd only have 2 zones. So bring your shit, that's fine, because we have also, like on the beginner side, all of our shit would be actually more advanced than that. I would say at least like center and then 2 zones on the rim. Just to fucking thumb your nose at all those fucks. Our hi-hat has dual zone and continuous control. Got the all the cymbals. It may have like the regular cymbal pack, but all of our cymbals have like triple zone, chokeable. You know what I mean? All that shit. Bell, bow, ride, and edge. Yeah, bell, bow, and edge, as well as choke. Cymbals, all the cymbals are bell, bow, edge, and choke. So if you want to do 2, 3, ride, whatever you want to do. And then have different like expansion packs and stuff like that for the, to encourage people to buy. I would say that each module would have like an ability to put in a professional snare, all the way down to the beginner, which wouldn't even have really those kind of attachments, but it's got one connection for the new connection that we would have. So if you want to bring a professional snare to this, it will allow you to bring that many triggers. Boom. That's one that most people want to upgrade anyways the most. So that at least that way, at our bottom level, you can bring in, like you can buy like the $200-$300 professional snare. However much it costs to get the professional snare style that we would be making, that has like the head deformation you can hit, whatever. For toms, no, of course not, but not on the intermediate level, you could still do, you can put more pieces, more interconnectivity. All of them can connect, but this one has better interconnectivity. You can connect it to a brain that does have deformation, and that way it can, all the stuff. It's that way they can all be pro. Yeah. But this one also has the ability to upgrade the snare, and maybe like another one into, because it's intermediate. You need a little bit more, so it might even come with a intermediate snare, which is way more, like 13 zones. Might be enough for you. But if you need the fucking ability to adjust the heads and stuff like that, all that shit, you're gonna have to get the pro model, which would be about like $5,000. But the intermediate that has very 13 zones on the snare, and then like 4 zones on the tom. Or the 1, 2, 3, 3, maybe 6. Yeah, 3 for the center, edge, and in between, and then on the rim, like 3 zones. So 6, yeah. I want to have it where you can just, if we can get it down to about like 45 velocities and sound very realistic, where a professional drummer's like, yeah, that sounds, I don't feel like I'm missing any sounds at all. And it sounds realistic as shit. When we get that level, that would be great to come in and have producers like Simone and others that are doing Joe Barresi, Jim Scott, to use this on, and when they do, whatever piece they use, make them make a preset while they're doing it, and then give it to us. And that way, if you want the actual sound from that fucking song, from that whatever, yes, the whole rest of the album was done with regular drums, but he's thinking, after you talking with you doing one song, with this pro kit to see if they'll switch at the, near the end of the session. If they're like, dude, that was fucking, because the MIDI again, say you're in the middle, you're doing double bass, and you go off a little bit. And just quantize that little part right there, rather than have to keep coming back and lay it down. It's not cheating. You just, everybody fucks up. For the album, it's got to be correct, right? And so what if you just needed to like tighten it up, like 50% of an eighth note or a 32nd note? You need to tighten it up just a little bit. You can leave it raw and let it say, just a little bit off. Some people like that kind of sound. Make sure that it sounds human. But if you want to really just tighten it up, because you're gonna get it better, especially playing it every night on the road. You know what I mean? You're gonna get it better. Just go ahead and quantize it. Like I said, in the studio, it's supposed to be right. So unless that's what you want to do when you're going out live, is just show that you make mistakes even recording. That's what I do when I'm recording. I don't give a fuck, because one, no one's been listening for so long, and then two, I make mistakes, and if I ever go out live, I don't want people to be going, well, that's nothing like the album. Like, yeah, it's a joke like the fucking album. The fuck are you talking about? Oh, the solo? No, I just make the solos as I'm going. As far as, you know what I mean? Those will never be the same. I don't know what the fuck I'm playing. I think there's 1 or 2 solos I've actually written in the recent history. In my life, I've written a couple, but I tend to not. When I'm working with Troth, because Mike's stuff is so fucking intricate and cool, I try to fucking compliment his shit. So I try to write something that's just more structured. I've been taking Troth very seriously, man. I really, especially these last couple songs, these last 3 songs, I've been really serious about. I'm ready to start fucking working on some more. Now that I'm not all sick anymore, I'm about to start working on. I think we have 2. Maybe 3 songs that we can work on, and I gotta do my part, at least making them modular. That's another cool thing. Check this out. So if I wanted to, I could clear this palette completely and then make the how it's blank, and then hit record, and then just start playing. And look, it's got all the it's got all the fucking hits, all the hits, all the classics. It's got all the hits right there in a grid, so I can, and it breaks down each piece. So there's not just, hit, look, how many pieces is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those are all loaded, but I can only get the hit, the choke, and the side stick. Why I got a choke? I don't know. Floor tom. Why do I have a choke on the floor tom? Maybe they sampled it. Oh, probably the hand on it. Okay, so there is a choke. Yeah, if we could do that, that'd be doom. And just put your hand on it and choke it, that'd be fucking great, especially with that long ring. If you could do that with the cymbals and stuff, it'd be just very natural. It'd be really, really cool. And it's not hard to do. It really is not. It's not as hard as they're making it seem. They're trying to jump so many fucking things to be the last of the MIDI that they've got, what they're doing with their ideas, it dead ends. It just dead ends. Because again, it's about money, it's about slowly leaking the future out. Again, if you think about it, there was probably a time when people were sitting back laughing at the acoustic guitar going to an electric guitar. There are people saying this will never catch on. This will never switch. And then, lo and behold, they're able to put it through an amp system and bring it into the PA, where people can suddenly hear the guitar in the mix. Now the guitarist is not limited. There's a lot of people, the bass player gets in on it. Now they're no longer limited to how loud the instrument is. The drummer can really start playing. He didn't have to use as much restraint and control. He didn't use brushes all the time, and he can really bang on this, because I would guarantee you, any drummer, he likes to bang on shit. You know what I mean? Oh, he'll settle for a paycheck going, but I guarantee he likes to fucking just bang on shit. Just like, whatchamacallit? He has a rock kit, and jazz kit, Peter Erskine. I have that sample, man. It's just really cool. And like I said, you got the inside, outside. So let's go back to some drum and shit. All right, so deep diving back into Big Free Drum Player 2 by FX Bench. And whoever decides to start building on it, like Platinum Samples, whatever, it's been abandoned, and I have a not for resale copy, so I'm giving it away to any company. Audio Assault, Plugin Alliance. It's not a first come first serve. It's free, and I want it to be as spread out as anybody can get it, so that way, whatever system you're using, this is like a universal tie between it. Like I said, if you can imagine this being a native instrument, free native instrument contract, and I said the contact player that's free, this would be like a native instrument contact player that is free, that is like full functioning up into, this level. Now, will it have like all the stuff that's happened since then? I don't know, but everything that works on this technology, which I'm guaranteeing would work for all those packs, like, sorry, for this version we can't. It's a free version, whatever. And that's no problem with it. If you get the free version that doesn't have all the features, no problem. Especially since you can sell it right here and you don't have to get contact also. You can just upgrade right there. Like, fuck, I love this thing. I wish I had those extra features that I can't get to. It's not that I can't use them, it's just the pack didn't include them. Let me unlock those for the extra $50 it is. So whatever it is, it's worth that money to be able to MIDI foot control, whatever. I don't know what they do, but whatever it is, Witty support, I don't fucking know. Whatever it fucking takes, This is the program as is, and I want it to stay like this. We load it, and then from there, if you want to do like load preset, you got like option, like load, under this, like load GUI. Yeah, right there, like load BFT preset, load kit, load random, mixer palette, and all those right there. And then you could just like, instead of reset BFT2, it could be like load GUI right there. Or, the next one, reset BFT2, and then there's just a big, from that, from load GUI, you could have F expansion, Platinum Samples, blah, 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 blah. If NON-inMusic wanted to get in on it, because their packs are going from $150, those fuckers are going for like $19 because they fucked the fucking pooch so goddamn hard. I don't even know what it's going for anymore. Now that's running, they may have it. They just did a recent video saying that it's fixed. I think, I don't know. They've kind of made a little. They had like 1.4 thousand views on it, which is ridiculous because it is BFT 3.5, no, BFT 3, BFT 2, the best drum program on the market. Period, because you could easily do like what I'm talking about. You can make a free GUI that overlays over this. So if you want a superior drummer version of this, boom. You just load presets from fucking packs. Like I said, they have Jim Scott that's made several packs. I don't say he has. I think there's a lot of people that made presets. Just load them right there, and then load your key map after that, and it remembers where you have the kick. You know what I mean? All the way back to BFT2. It remembers where you have the kick and stuff. Just load your key map on top of this, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 all your grooves work fine. It translates all your grooves. You see what I'm saying? It's been like this in 52, and I think BFT3 just only got better. And if they're going 3.5 and saying we're not BFT3 anymore, because that is just, they should have just skipped and just gone with 3. At least before they got in there, it was fucking working. If they would have allowed it to roll back to a previous state before Rolly even took over, everything is working. Even the newest ones like Dark Form and whatever. The GUI changed a little bit, but not enough that I would care. Like, hold on. If you've been on fucking, if you've already owned BFT3, we're working on BFT4. We're not going to work on trying to fix BFT3. We're going to go ahead and take what we've learning from BFT3, and we're going to make BFT4. It's coming very soon. We're working on recording packs. You know what I mean? We got a lot of shit coming. Don't give up on us. If you own BFT3, we got a big discount for BFT4. You know what I mean? Maybe even free or whatever, just because of how long it's been. And you already own all the shit, and we want you to buy more stuff from us. That's our shit that we can then lock you out of. If you know what I mean? We can't lock you out of the shit before, but we can lock you out of anything that we make. Warning, installing BFT 4. Previous packs and previous songs may no longer work if you load them in this. But it's like, if it actually is better, like, fuck, I'm glad to migrate. I'm happy to migrate. Start moving one song, it doesn't work, like, fuck that. I'll save BFT3 just for mixing these songs, and then, yeah, BFT4, I'll definitely use that for the next one. Like BFT2, I don't feel like loading a goddamn new fucking instance and rerouting all my fucking shit. Fuck you. I already paid my shit. I saved my shit. I had my shit before you came along, and you guys locked me out? Fuck you. You motherfuckers all do the same shit. Go ahead. What's the worst you can do? What's the worst I can do? Oh, I don't know. Fuck you over completely. I don't have to take you to court. You'll have to take me to court to make me stop. If nothing else, I'll leak it to the hacker community and tell them exactly what I'm doing. Tell them I don't care. Just don't let them fucking hack the fucking... It's given away. Like, I'll find like bedroom blog producer and find a way to give it to them. You get it? You don't fucking steal from me. I'm not stealing from you. But I'll fucking ruin everything you got. Everybody always says, do your worst. And they fucking ask me to stop. And I tell you, once it fucking starts, there's nothing I can do to stop it. Because I don't control it at that point. Once it starts, once I say, fuck them, fuck that, fucking, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm serious. I don't do anything after that point. I don't do that. Everything else just happens to you. You gotta make this stuff. I'm not doing anything, man. I haven't even thought about you in fucking 3 weeks. Whatever it is, I told you, once it starts, I cannot make it stop. I'm fucking, you said do my worst. You laughed. You said do your fucking worst. This isn't even my fucking worst. They didn't say it. This is just me sitting around moping, going, how am I gonna get my fucking revenge on these fucking assholes? Oh yeah. Big fucking drums can become big free drums. So, no, see, you have to sue me to stop me. And I'm not an entity. And I'm not making any money. So what are you gonna get out of suing me? Oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure that it's CC'd over to their fucking legal department. They'll remember my fucking name now. They just got finished fixing their shit. Imagine Riser finished fixing Razor, bring the price up. I just come and shit right in their goddamn soup. That sounds like a way better fitting revenge for what they did. I almost made me kill myself, man. 20 years of music, gone. Just gone. My whole thing was that I'm gonna finish one last album for Blue Effects. It was gonna be, well, it's a 4-5 album song. It's greatest hits of Gearedma, because I haven't released all my shit through Blue Effects. So I was gonna remix the ones I haven't, some previously unreleased. There's a lot of songs I haven't finished at all. Like, 'cause every time I'm writing an album, I write like 15 to 20 songs. And then as I'm running out of time for the deadline I set for myself, I'll settle in on 14 to 16. And I just put the others away. They're good frames, but I never finished them up. I got like the guitar and bass and drums. I never even wrote lyrics to them or the guitar solo. Or I've got all of it minus guitar solo and vocals. I don't even have the lyrics. Just haven't done it. I just haven't. So there's tons of shit that I've got. And so I can just go back and remix it. BFT2. Now I got whatever, route it back out. Now I've got strong enough to do that, route it out to my fucking plugins. Now that I know how to do this, whatever, I was so ready to do it. and then finish out that record contract I have with Blue Effects, and then maybe see if he wants to sign me as Dumb, because I want to go back to more of a 90s style, drawing my own logos. You know what I mean? Not just, using computer assistants. Because, it just makes things look better and more professional, but at the same time, if I can bring that amateurish edge of the way we used to draw our own flyers, have to, write our own logo. Scott designed a badass six feet under. It's like a 6FU. And you got this badass t-shirt that said 6 feet under down the sleeve, and then they had like on this shirt, like where the pocket is, had our fucking 6 feet under. And I don't remember if it said on the back or not. I think it might have just had the logo. It was fucking dope. I was like, you gotta let me borrow it. There's one picture of me wearing it. I have like long hair. I can't remember if it's just like down to about my ears. But where it's from a distance, but you can see it on the shirt. It says 6 feet. I'm like, fuck, I missed the hair in that shirt. Alright, so let's go back to drums. Bum myself the fuck out. Too fucking old to have hair. That's some bullshit. Some bullshit. Fucking bullshit. I'm cranking my headphones up a little bit. You're insane yet? You should be. Everybody now. Go insane. Yeah, like that. You can do it. Just fucking lose it. Did you even have it? Where'd you put it? Doesn't that sound kind of fucked up to do? I don't know about you, but that sounds kind of fucked up thing to do, and I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. I'm going crazy, that's true, but I'm taking you with me, motherfucker. One more time. Five more times. would do about the same thing, and all the pieces would match no matter what studio they were in. They just have different mics and different overheads on them, but they would still got the overhead, you know? And you can adjust the feed to the overhead. Ugh. See, even though it's like done, I can change everything. I can change this. You can try it out while you're, you know? Especially with the bass going, you can figure out exactly what the song needs. Yeah, that's fucking dope, man. I like that. Kind of ways to cut there. See if we can get some. Oh. Nothing else is gonna come back to that motherfucker. Yeah, that's the one. Fucking love this program, man. This is a great thing. Check this out. Here's a cool thing also, check this out. noise. I can see what that can be used for. Just do filtered mod, ring mod. I like that, man. That's fucking dope. Seriously. It's fucking sweet, man. It's just fucking sweet. I wish I had all my kits so I could show you. Like, I mean, you can do that. Like, when you first load it, sometimes the kits of the kick or whatever might sound a little bit weird. I love how it also traces right to where you're at, you know? You're like, with my kit, what would you do with my kit? There's only fucking 9 pieces. Is it? Well, still, I got a bigger kit than that. Do you? Do you? That's why it's got these tracers, so you can find out where it's at. Do you have a bigger kit? 32 pieces? How many, you know? These all have like a bunch of tones per thing. So as long as you got, you know, whatever, we're good to go. Plus, for a short time of forever, it's going to be free. That's all. That's all. That's all. So, I love the way it sounds like. It sounds like that one. And that's where the feel comes in. Oh yeah, check this out. I'm gonna show you this. Nice. Human velocity. Let's go back to this. Turn that humanize down right here. Right here. Humanize velocity. Notice the difference. It kind of starts changing. It's a bit more funky. It's just creating the. So this one is the same. It's just very trustworthy. But this is the same beat. It's just you know what I mean. It's just not exact. See, it's just adjusting the velocities and shit. It's pretty dope. Humanize the time. Just the swing. Take the swing completely out of it. Need to chill out. Pretty dope, right? Simplify. It's like that, watch, if you want to do, like, while the song is going, you can automate this shit while it's playing. Listen. Well, it's from one groove, man. You can just do all those tweaks and stuff to make it sound a lot more interesting without having to write all those different pieces. You have the basic structure, and you can just simplify to bring in, like, you know, how complicated, you know, you can strip it down to a fairly basic beat. Doom, doom, ba, doom, doom, ba, doom, doom, ba, doom, doom. You can do the really simple thing with the weight turned down. All these things you can automate inside your DAW nowadays. So yeah, you can really do it very simply. Again, if you have I don't know if this is actually triggered. I have a nano key, but nano keys. I wish they were. Nano keys triggered. Let me see if I can turn them to options. Maybe they're not available. Output, no, they're all set. Studio, nano pad. Alright, finished. Must be turned on a different keynote. It's not needed. Bring it back down to sensible 10 piece right there. Because even this, you have like a percussion piece right here, which, there you go. Oh, this is the rock tambourine. I don't think they could lock me out of that either. I believe that was the one that was given to me by tambourine. I think it said tangerine. I think I might have said tangerine, rock tangerine. Rock tangerine! Alright, so, a little bit of latency, that's alright. Yeah, look that in there. Where's my actual kit with trigger? Got the key map. I have to load a whole new key. Ooh, did I do that though? Load key map? No, I don't have one set. I'd have to make an actual blank. Let's see if it's channel MIDI. No, it's not accepting any MIDI at the moment. They're not taking any MIDI from me at the moment, sorry. I'm not taking any malarkey either. So yeah, I just set up a whole new key map, and I don't want to bore you with that shit. That would take a while. Oh, I might shut it down and just go ahead and do that. Fuck, it's been 2 hours almost on the dot. 2 hours and 1 minute on the dot. Fucking hell. I can ramble, can I? So I made 2 kits. I'm actually pretty happy with the sound of them. Again, depending on the song, I would make different choices on the EQ, but like right now, listening to them, those are the choices I made. And I think they're a good starting point for seeing. No, what happened? That should be mid-tone. Oh, maybe there's no rack tone? Yeah. There we go. Ah, that's the third problem right there. Second problem, third problem, fourth problem, 20th problem. That's the one that's coming through, so let's turn you down. Didn't mean to turn you up, that's for show. Alright, so. Turn down for what? Cause you're clipping the goddamn fucking system. Turn down for what? I'm not telling you again. Oh, damn it, I said turn down. I don't care if I didn't say for why. You just do what you're told, sir. Making life hard now, come on. Why is that still working out so loud? Can I get the direct on that down? Okay, so there we go. Let's tone it up a little bit. Alright, there we go. Could use an update for migrating. Why are you not, it's an overhead, it's rooms and ambience, and you're still not coming down. Oh, maybe because it's an overhead, let's turn it down. Better. The cool thing, like I said, if you didn't want that, and you could usually turn that off and the kicking. Alright, so that's not very different from anything that you'd hear out there. That's gonna be whatever. Then on the master, you just go ahead and put in a freaking room reverb. And they're all going through no matter what the manufacturer. Now adjust that room reverb until it's correct. Decay, read that way down. I found the normal time to be about 1.3 seconds. So then we just need to adjust the size, that's one, and then diffusion, diffuse it out. There's no mix, huh? Oh, there, right there. See? It feels very natural to. Now they're all in the same room. And that can go away as simply as, I don't know. Change rooms. Go a different room reverb, and then if you needed the ambience in there, you can just bring that in there. Turn this off right now, and turn the overheads off for right now. Okay. So if you only had those, they'd all agree there's no extra loading in any mics. You have like maybe like 4 or 5 options. You know, you have like an overhead, a room, an ambient. Now if you want extra shit in there, that can be in your fucking GUI. But just leave, I mean, so it's simple. I mean, it's just so much simpler. And then, you know what I mean? It'll get the job done, obviously. If you needed some reverbs and stuff like that, do that shit. I wouldn't even mind, like I said, patching out the, if you could shut out those extra, however much of that wave is being used by those extra mics, the room and the ambient. If you just had the quadra instead of the stereo, overhead stereo, room stereo, and ambient stereo, that's going to be a huge ass file. You get rid of the room and the ambient and just let that be a room reverb and then like a hall reverb. Boom. And then sure, all the overheads will sound different, but you can adjust how much the send is. You can adjust all that shit because some might have been done with it. Just imagine it was done in the same room, just a little bit over with some different microphones. You know what I mean? Because it's done in the same room, maybe in a different position. There's a percussionist using like on your bongos, yeah, and they have a whole different set of mics for those because they're percussion. If you have different mics and different toms. Hey man, that's, you know, I guess different mics on your toms than on your kick. People do that all the time. It doesn't really matter. The overheads, those might be different on the toms than whatever, but it's not going to be that. You're going to use some condenser mics more than likely. Probably some, I mean, if you're going to be in a big studio, they're probably going to be the best microphones you can get, so they're going to be some pretty good sounding. It shouldn't be like odd sounding in the mix, right? It'll just be like a weird, it'll be a weird overhead image that's made up of like maybe 4 to even 6 different microphones depending on how many different pieces of different rooms, you know what I mean, you're using for the overhead recording. Yeah? Not all that weird. Actually, Dave Grohl on one of the Foo Fighters albums, I think he played just the kick, snare, and toms. And Taylor played just the cymbals in a different room. Because they like the sound of the cymbals in one room, but they like the sound of the drums in another room. So they did that shit. But this is like a way you could do it in a totally different fucking way. There's a Sabian pack. There's 2 Zildjian packs. There's a goddamn, oh my god. I don't remember if there's a Peisty or not. I know there's a Bosphorus pack. So many packs that don't include F expansion, but then the ones that include F expansion were before Rolly and NON-inMusic took over because it was BFD2. They didn't come. Rolly didn't even buy it until BFD3. So I mean, I know my history. I've been here since BFD2. I got the reviews still up when I was reviewing the packs and the stuff that I was buying when I became a legit dealer. Well, I was becoming a legit dealer, but the business kind of fell apart when I was working Cheap Gear Guy. I was getting Equinox musical instruments up and running because the other part was just a matter of getting the drop shipping done, and so the hard part was going to be finding a good guitar company that could do the basses and guitar and basses, and so I got that done, and then they never did finish the rest of my. I mean, they finished the rest of my business plan, but after getting the guitars and stuff, they're going to redo all the figures to see, you know, to show that whatever, blah blah blah, that was just part of the income, and the rest is going to be from. And one of the ladies' mom died, and the other one came home and found her son hanging. So I was trying to get it going for like 2 years when they finally contacted me and told me that. I was like, well, I'm a dick. It wasn't like every day, but it was, you know, it's just not something you want to think about. You know, like, oh, is your business? Fuck you. You know what I mean? Sorry. Oh, shit. Cool, I didn't even really mess with this. Kit piece. So you can adjust the kit piece right there? Are you shitting me? Huh. Select direct mic channel access. Okay. So you gotta go over here to grab that, yeah? Boom. Yeah. And so I gotta choose any different kit right there. Wow, nice. Dry, low and dry, roomy stock. Nice, nice, nice. Smoking weed. So you can do the overhead send right here too. Pick out all the room and all that shit right there. Kick bleed, you can adjust that right here. The damping amount, the tuning, dampening frequency. All right there. Then get the mic inspector view, the send view. You can see where it's sending to. Post, pre or post effects, post fader, noise, send to also. You can also go, you know, yeah. So it's got 4 sends in there. Are there other sends over here? No, there's any sends. I guess that's down here at the bottom. Which, oh, got it, sweet. Nice. Are you shitting me? I keep learning shit about this. This is so long ago. This is from Windows XP. I didn't even know that. The presets are nice. Oh, wow. All right, let me go ahead and save this. Save 52 preset. I'll just say this one's called New Kid 3 times. Oh, that's what it is right there. Gerp. Why not? Gerp. Save it. Now let's go ahead and load a room. There we go. Pretty dope, man. See all the pieces it's missing? I've got them, but they're all installed. So I can use them in BFD3, but they changed the license, so I can't get to any of those. And that shit, that's fucking shit, man. You can load the drum kit, you can load the mixer setup, you can load the grooves, key map, auto map, the global settings. Or none of it, you know, just the kit. Isn't that cool? So if you find like their kit right there, but you don't want to adjust your mixer, you don't want to adjust your grooves, and you just want the kit. Just load that fucking kit in, and then start mixing it your way. Dope, right? So like say you did use the kit from a song that someone, you know, whatever. Okay, cool. You can go ahead and, like I said, Joe Barresi used or Jim Scott used it to mix one of his songs. Well, go ahead and load that up as a startup point and use their mixing and stuff like that, the mixer, and add in your own mixing techniques and flavors to make it shine for your song. Adjust the kick, adjust the pitch of the snare, just whatever like that. Move, change, like the snare's good, but for my song, it sounds better with the, you know, that one's more of a metal with the pang. It sounds better with the wooden kind of, you're gonna find the right snare in there if you just keep looking around. So, yeah. But that's what I plan on doing with this. It's just giving it away, man. It's mine. It's not for resale, so I can't sell it. And I say, let's get this shit out there so everybody can start using some of the best drums that they actually have ever been recorded for music production. These are like 96 kilohertz, I believe. But I mean, if you don't have to record or play back, it's at 96. That's how good it is. And some of the other ones are at 96 too. But if not, even 48 is really good. I use on all of my gear in my albums from, forever, dude. I've just been using BFD for fucking ever. I had my eye on it when it's BFD1. Because it said, what does BFD stand for? It's like, well, they're definitely big and they're definitely drums. I'm like, oh, my fucking kind of company. I love you. I was looking at the fucking program. I'm like, that's exactly what I need. It's like having the drums in studio. It's been sampled. This is exactly what I was talking about, because Superior Drummer's coming out. And it's like a contact instrument with all the, like, you had to load the kick, and you had to load the snare, and like these little fucking things, and it wasn't graphical at all. Now, BFD1 was a bit cartoony, but it was very graphical. You could see everything. You could see like the microphones moving like I did there. And it could be triggered by like a Yamaha DD55. Yeah, the DD55 is a little weird fucking box, and it's got like the hi-hats in the center from some fucked up reason, and it's, I don't know, but it's got two pedals. One can be used for a kick, one can be used for a hi-hat. I think both can be used for a double bass, like that. All I know is some fucking dude came over and decided, I mean, these little pedals, man, they're not like, you know, and this motherfucker straight up just, you know, it's like he's fucking stomping grapes or some shit, and then like one of them stops working so well, and a piece of junk, not a piece of junk, does the same thing as you just fucking, I know you have to do that, but it doesn't do that on this. You can adjust the velocity, so that way fucking, you know, a hit like that is or if a stomp is just so much more versatile. Again, if you're like, man, I really wish during that breakdown I would have dropped the. Just go in, grab the notes you'd like to do it, and then like scoop the velocity down. It'll grab all those notes and bring them down to the, a much more chill velocity, like that weight thing that I did. And it's just because it actually samples all the different hits from very soft to really hard. And so when you want to just bring that shit back up to regular fucking velocity. I had to go in there and draw that shit in through Fruity Loops. The pans left and right. So I love having like the hi-hats going. Just doing shit like that. So like just randomly popping in. That's my shit. Adjusting the velocity because I know no one's gonna hit. You're not gonna do it. It's gonna be doing that. So you start doing that, so it's adding like a natural kind of feel to it. It's pretty cool too. Like I said, when you're doing on the pan, you can just make it just like this. You can go along the top line and draw them those triangles, and it'll and stretch the notes together. It's a lot of stuff. I should do some like Fruity Loops lessons, but mine would be like an old ass version of Fruity Loops, like 3 No, the fuck is that? 10 or 11? No, they're not using that shit anymore. If you bring that shit back, just like they should have like a free Fruity Loops, that it has like a certain limited number of tracks. How long until somebody comes up with takes the AI, rewrites the program, you know what I mean, and just change it the way Windows rewrote. Apple's just moved the 3 dots, you know what I mean, and whatever, put their own shit. The Windows and the, you know what I mean, it's just the same thing. It's just kind of like flipped a bit. And, yeah. So, how long? Till someone comes up with a free Fruity Loops that is either like fully unlimited, which is what I would do, like not 3 point, all the way back to maybe 3.14 or something like that. Something where it's not super massively, like can do all the features it does now, which is all the reason why to give it away, because it's like, if you like that, if you find that as a beginner, that works for you. And just limit like the number of tracks you can put on there, like to like 30, 32. So people can work, you know what I mean, in there, but it may not be, limited to just the plugins that come with, and the instruments that come with it, unless you buy like an upgrade for like a VST import. I mean, if you have to make money, a VST import unlocker type thing that unlocks, you can bring your own VST in. It'd be better just to work with the fucking free bedroom blog producer stuff and get all those together under. Everybody's got a free like Cakewalk. Just grab them. Just talk to Analog Obsession, all those people talk about it, you know what I mean? Put them on the payroll, like Analog Obsession, Cakewalk. If you put them on there, you'd have all those plugins. Just fucking, I'm sure if you put them on the right way, where you dedicate it to Patreon, where that way you can focus on making plugins. One, you change their life. Two, all the free ones could be free, but then all the premier ones, you could even rename them so that it would be easier to find, because sometimes that's one reason I don't use them very often, is because it's harder to find. It'd be like, it's not like usually like, for instead of a Neve, it's called like a Need or a Deeve, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? It's even, because Neve, and it's turned around into the even. And when you see the colors, like, oh, okay, cool. But the name, you can see this Neve backwards, right? But this is just kind of like 2 pre-R16, because that's like the model. It's like you know what I mean? It's a 2 preamp from Neve, but it's like the R16 model. So you kind of have to be a bit geeky to know that. But he does really fucking great work. The names are a little bit, I would like to help him rebrand them, you know what I mean? So it's just They're just easy to find for the user. That'd be cool also, like for his Patreon. If you join the Patreon, when you start downloading, it's got the bundle. You can get everything, and it renames them and stuff like that. So like it literally pays. You can get the free one, but it's just kind of like the room 401. I don't remember which one that was, you know what I mean, or whatever. I don't remember if that's I don't know. I know it's a preamp. I don't know if it's the right. There's a couple that he has. Is that the right one? No, let me even try anyway. That's what I've been doing a lot recently, is trying to just trying shit out, you know, trying to do new shit, because I'm not saying my old ways are bad or like that, but it never hurts to learn different ways to do things in case like the way that you have doesn't necessarily work. You want to hit there and go, especially with a client around. At least if I've got some experience with it, I can try like, what about this one? No, not quite. Cool. I got other things to, you know, help with that. The same kind of idea. Like, what are you exactly trying to do with it? It needs to be louder, but it needs to be people. Okay. Try a different, you know, I got a bunch of stuff. Let's try. That? Almost. Okay, that's like a multi-band compressor. Let's go ahead and get that. Just go ahead and leave it in there. But what you have some, okay, so you want like that, I've been saying they need to have a bass processor. On the front end, it should be for like mono, for processing the low end, just the low end. And I would love for it to look like one of those 90s Marantz things, yeah, the power amp for your speaker, you know, and that has little buttons on the front and stuff, so that could change different type of bass frequencies you're going for. But it has a single band compressor, like a not that way too big. Whatever. There's one. It's a very simple one. It's very easy. It's fairly simple and easy to use. It's like an API. That's what it is. Very nice, very musical, very easy to adjust. And so that's just right there. And then have that feed into an EQ that helps you shelve off the areas of the, you know what I mean? And you can even like, it might even like layer, so that way you can adjust the EQ and then bring in the mix of that. So that way if you want it to be more bass heavy, but still have some clarity, it's like you can do all this adjusting. And so that's like it's exaggerated and then bring it down in the mix that the original is there. If you do need to cut, it's got like a low pass and a high pass that lets you just cut and cut on either end, so that way whatever. That would feed into a multi-band compressor that would let you adjust the different frequencies and compress like low, mids, and highs, which then feeds into a multi-band distortion. Like at the end of each one of those is a distortion panel, like a saturator. So if you want to distort the high end, you can distort it and spread it out. And or if you just want to do that in a different instance, you can do that whatever. You can give a bit of distortion, a bit of fucking widening, so that way it spreads out like in the mids area. That'd probably be the best, like on the lows, so that way you could do like a certain type of saturation, but it'd be more of a harmonic resonance, the way like a sub kind of reinforcement type thing. They have different types, like you can have like a tube, dirty tube, there's all kinds of different shit you could do. Be perfect for audio assault. And then again, if you want, like, if you're going for like a clean bass, a psychedelic bass, when you go to the widening, it could be like widening the image, and or if you go like you know, for a psychedelic bass, it can do like, you can choose a flanger, phaser, delay type shit, and make it kind of on the mid and high ends, while the bass, you know, stays normal, but it acts as a boom, 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 wow, 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 wow. You know what I mean? It's just kind of a weird fucking sound, and then you get like a rock. You know, it's like the genres like they have, like the sub bass type thing that they would have in the 90s. There's rock, there's hip hop, there's blah 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 blah. And just you typically what kind of bass you're going for, and then it adjusts. Like if you're going for hip hop, it can have like, you know, the right things for doing a typical hip hop. And if you happen to want to do hip hop, that's kind of more of a rock style, psychedelic. It's got like an auto wall, you know, that might be just slightly separated, so that way it's wow, 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 boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, that's steady and, you know what I mean, and compressed and solid. There was just going to be like two parts to it, and I was going to call it the 1-2 punch. But this is just now there's like a compressor, an EQ, multiband compressor, and multiband distortion, all in one. Again, if you could have it like where it opens up, have like the LED, you know, and it shuts back down. So you can adjust as you're. It's got the big old knob on the side, so as you're adjusting the bass, you just, you know, it can. The way those used to have, you know what I mean, the Marantz. I can break one out and show you. It's got that big knob for the volume, but then as you're dialing through the digital panel, it's just got the same controller to control like how much bass, how much you know what I mean. Just that one big knob. Just every time you go to a new feature. There's got to be a way to keep it from undoing. Yeah, you have an undo last move, so that way in case you don't move to another thing, like you meant to switch to hip hop and then adjust the mix, but you didn't. You hit the hip hop, and you didn't leave what the screen was on and started turning it. Fuck, that was the bass. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to adjust the mix and then just hit undo, and then another screen, hit the mix. There we go. That's all. You got a factor for everything, like including mistakes. You gotta think of all that shit. And that's what I was, I guess it's been going for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I could spend the next 30 minutes. Shit, I'm actually about an hour late for my, I'm going to go ahead and stop this right here. It's still playing in the background. I'm just going to ramble for a little bit. Unless I should probably put in another thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start another. So that way they're separate in case, yeah, that'll work. I'm going to get my meds and get on my way to getting fucked up, Daisy. Get this fucking light off. You know, it just feels hotter. That makes sense? I don't know. Even that, it just feels like it's hotter. Is it hot in here? I'm being interrogated. What do you want? Go away.